Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. And yeah, at work, as you can see. So been messing around with work today. Not a lot of business today, but slow, very slow Wednesday. But I think this week there's actually a Christmas parade in town, which takes place right below where I'm at. So we may be closed Saturday, so I have to find out. I'm gonna have to call Moonshine and find out. Going over to my friend's shop, find out if she knows anything about this Christmas parade. See, yesterday when I went out, I knew, because there hasn't been any poop in the litter box, only piss. So I think I know why, that this soldering, oops, I'm gonna lose my templates. Got them all. Oh, I'm gonna lose those. Let me put these somewhere else. Okay. This stuff, this flux works really well because it's dense. The other stuff I was working with, it's not quite as dense. It works, but it's not as dense as this stuff. And that is also why the original stuff works really well, because it's so dense. But again, as you guys remember back, that was, yeah, it doesn't come off. It's really tough stuff to get off your hands. And this is water soluble. What's that again? What is it? Aqua Flux. New and improved. I don't know if it was lead free. I don't remember. I might even say it and I'm just missing it, but it does wash off fairly good. Houston, Texas. Gotta wash that stuff off. Hog. I think this is I don't know, made in Hawaii. I can't remember if I recall seeing this back when I was in the mainland. Passion orange guava. One of the drinks I remember in the mainland was Tampico. I actually like that stuff. It's just probably pure sugar syrup, but it was cheap and it tasted good. It was really sweet though, I do remember that. Tampico. I'm sure you guys have seen that in the stores. Pog is one of the things out here. Passion orange guava. The other thing I remember in the mainland was Fago soda. That we don't have out here. We don't have Fago out here, and we don't have what's the other one? We do have Tampico. I have seen Tampico. Not quite as many flavors, if I recall. But what's the other one that? Oh, Mountain Dew Code Red. Can you believe that? We don't have Code Red out here. You know, I'm wondering in the future, as I continue on in this project, if this is something I should look into. This is here on Harbor Freight. It does up to 14 gauge, which 16 is about the heaviest I'm going right now. I don't see myself going any heavier than 16 gauge, but I'm guessing that being it can do up to 14, it should do it as pretty easy with a 16 gauge. And I did watch some videos on it. The tip, it actually cuts out a section. It makes a strip of metal in the middle of this thing, and actually by using it for the copper, I could use that. I mean, making a nice strip of the copper for the ringlets on this glove. But it's actually not too bad considering power tools. I mean, you can pretty much, I mean, it even says right there, compare at $270. It's like, when I see something like this, I always think, man, that's got to be at least 100 or more. It's $49.99. I watched this guy's video on it. I mean, years ago, I guess he picked up for 40, so prices got to change. I was kind of wondering about it. I don't know, maybe in the future, just looking at stuff like this. I'm thinking for that shear, for cutting out the blades for the 16 gauge sheet metal that I'm using to use the blades on this thing. By the way, I wanted to roll this clip in. This is a little test I did last night on the strength of these 16 gauge blades that I'm using now, or making. So check this out. These blades hold up very well, exactly what I've been looking for. So no more trying to figure out how to do the blades or buy blades. I can make them. 16 gauge sheet metal is the way to go. Check this out. Yeah, really happy with that. It does work out really well. It's fun, and that's one thing I've always been searching for, was how to make these things so that they're fairly strong. Yeah, at least can handle a beating. So that's pretty cool. Alright guys, and that's going to be it. We're going to close it out, talk about a movie like we always do, right? And that movie is The Omega Man, Charlton Heston. Really cool movie. We talked about Charlton Heston, was it last night or something? But yes, The Omega Man, one of my favorite movies with Charlton Heston, 1971 I believe, and really cool movie. He's the last man on Earth. Or is he? He's alone for the most part, and at nighttime the goons come out and try to get him because he's the guy that is not like them. So, but as he finds out, there's other people that are actually alive. And now the Omega Man, Charlton Heston, has a nice fortified house and definitely battles it out with these guys. And so that's the cool part of it. Again, me and somebody fortifying their house and getting, you know, keeping themselves locked away. So that's always interesting for me. So I kind of like that kind of movie. But unfortunately, spoiler alert, Charlton Heston dies in the end. I don't like it when my heroes die in their movies because it's just, but yes, he does. You could almost argue, I'm not sure if he dies in the end of Soylent Green. Does he die in the end of that? I don't know, because he's getting carried away in the stretcher. He's been pretty badly hurt. And what does he say? You gotta tell him, Soylent Green is people. Well, I guess you're still here, right? Okay. The dramatic ending of that vlog. Check out tomorrow's video on the main channel. That sound. What is that sound? You'll have to watch tomorrow's video on the main channel. A sound that I love, and I know most of the people that follow my main channel, and some of you that follow this one, like that sound too.